So, about 2 weeks ago, I deleted Instagram off of my phone. And now that I'm off, I really don't plan on ever coming back. And it's kind of crazy because I spent so much of my life on Instagram. I'm 32 years old. When I was in college in 2011, my freshman year, I remember getting an Instagram and just taking pictures of like my pizza that I would eat at the calf, you know. But gone are those days of, sharing intimate moments from your life. Gone are the days of, just sharing really good imagery and really good imagery being respected. Instagram has just turned into something that, for me, it doesn't make any sense anymore. There's so many reasons to there's so many reasons to be off of Instagram, but I guess I'll start with just giving a good few reasons why people do enjoy Instagram and why I did enjoy it for so long. One reason being it's where everybody is. There's a reason why Instagram can pull in $50 billion in advertising revenue each year. They know so much about us. They know our preferences. They know what we're into. And just for so long, that's where we've all been. It's like the online hangout spot for people my age and people around my age. So it just always felt natural to have an Instagram. Even times where I didn't even really want to be on Instagram, I just kind of felt compelled to be on Instagram because that's where all the homies were at. Sorry, sometimes while I'm recording the videos, I get anxious, I don't know. So I'm trying to keep myself chill. And it's cold outside. I'm just sitting in the Sheetz parking lot. But why else did I really like Instagram? I really liked when I shared a post and when it got the amount of response that I expected. Like if I posted something and I know I typically get, 50 likes on it, and I post it and I get 60 likes or 50 likes on it, I'm like, okay, good job, Martin. It's almost like validation. I don't need the whole world to think that is great, but I want the people that like photography or like the kind of work that I put out, I want them to at least like it. And if they do, then I feel like I'm doing something right. So it's like a validation dopamine loop that I was getting. And I really like that. What else did I like? I mean, I like the fact that DMing somebody probably is a better way to contact somebody than email or phone call. And I like the fact that you can DM almost anybody, because most people aren't like me. Most people aren't getting off Instagram. Most people are going to keep their Instagram forever. So the DM it's like the direct line to somebody now. I know for me personally, if you send me a DM, I say if you sent me a DM in the last 3-4 years, there was no incentive for me to want to open it. It makes me anxious just seeing the little red dot. I never really like opening DMs. So for me, that never really worked. Is there anything else that I really liked about Instagram? I like the information that you could learn. But I wouldn't say that learning information is something that's exclusive to Instagram. So now I want to talk about why did I delete it and like what really made me want to delete it. Now, as some of you know, I have a kid. I'm about to have 2 kids. Time is very important. time is our most valuable resource, to be honest. Like, if somebody said you could live for 20 years guaranteed, or I'll give you $1 billion, but you're going to die tomorrow, most people are going to say, I'll take the 20 years guaranteed. But a lot of us, we don't treat our time like that. We treat our time like it's infinite, and I don't know. I just feel like we have a bad relationship with time. And Instagram, if you look at your screen time on your phone, if you have that activated, you'll notice, if you're anything like me, that you're spending 30 minutes, an hour a day on Instagram. And even if it's something as casual as, making sure you're liking your friends' post and reposting stuff that matters, and, feeding the algorithm, letting the algorithm know that you're engaged. Even though you're just doing casual stuff, you're doing 30 minutes an hour a day. If you do the math, the multiplication and the division, over the course of a year, you're spending a week, half a month, even a whole month for some people out of their year on Instagram. And I'm just being honest, a lot of us, we're not getting compensated. We're not being compensated well enough to be on Instagram. We're not getting enough business to warrant us being on Instagram as long as we are. We're not getting enough followers to warrant the amount of time that we're on Instagram. But yet we're spending so much time up on Instagram. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, I have cousins that I would honestly probably would take a bullet for, that I've spent less time talking to them over the last 5 years than I have on Instagram in the last 6 months. So it's like our priorities are all messed up because we're so addicted to it. Now, I'm not saying Instagram is the only culprit. I feel like a lot of these social platforms have problems. But for me, as an individual, you gotta figure out what works best for you. I know that what works best for me isn't having every single social media platform and trying to post and be consistent on every single one, because I'm gonna burn out. Like I said, I'm about to have 2 kids. I got a spouse I'm trying to keep up with. I got aging parents. I mean, even though I got aging family members, and I got people that I want to spend time with. I got personal health goals that I want to, put more attention and time into. And it's like, me casually spending 30 minutes a day on Instagram, that just can't cut it. It can't cut it, because that 30 minutes could have been a 30-minute walk around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So, for me, I'm only going to have, as it stands for right now, at least for the 2026, the only platform I'm really going to be on is YouTube. Because to me, it makes the most sense. You're getting a long form content pretty much as a standard. Yeah, you got your shorts, but even most of those are value packed. At least for my algorithm. And I just feel like the quality of the content is much better than Instagram. Another thing that I really don't like about Instagram, though, is the distraction effect, right? It can be so distracting when you get on Instagram and you're scrolling, and then you just kind of get into this rabbit hole of like random videos, and it's so interesting. The algorithm is on point. I can't lie. It's showing you the best of the best. And I'm somebody that when I was on Instagram, I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm looking up something on Instagram. Before you know it, I'm sitting on the toilet for 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Doing this every day, sitting on the toilet 20 minutes, just swiping on Instagram, looking up random stuff. And it's like, yo, bro, get up. You wasting your time. Like, I could have been off the toilet 15 minutes ago, but here I am just swiping, just doing nothing. And it's really embarrassing. Like, when I really think about it, it's so distracting that it's and it's like a thief of joy, because you're comparing your life to people's highlight reels. Because most of the time, 90% of your day, it ain't really, 99% of your days, ain't really nothing going on that's highlight level quality. But when you go on Instagram, pretty much everything is highlight level. You know what I'm saying? It's something that could make you envious, or something that could alter your mood and put you in more of a negative mood. And as a 32-year-old man, I have to think about it. Why do I want to allow a machine, an algorithm, to dictate how I'm about to feel for the rest of my day? And that's what we do when we just log on Instagram and we don't know what's about to come up on our screen. The first thing we see, and we into it just that quick. You see, what I like about YouTube is that usually for me, I like to already know what kind of content I want to look up before I even get up on there. With Instagram, that's not the nature of Instagram. The nature of Instagram is chaos. That's just the nature of it to me. The nature of it is chaos. And no matter how much I tried to cater my feed to have only a specific amount of content, it still wasn't helpful for me. I don't know if I already said the low return on investment. Like, your time is your number one, it's your most valuable asset is your time. And for the amount of time that I was spending, I wasn't getting no return on the amount of time. Like, I might have met a couple of good people, a couple really good friends that I met on Instagram. Good. I've made a couple of good business opportunities on Instagram. Good. But most of the stuff that I've got, it's not no big return on investment. It ain't like I've landed a $1 million client because of Instagram and Instagram only. No, it just hasn't happened. But yet I've given them so much of my time since 2011. What are we doing, y'all? So do I miss anything? Do I have FOMO? No. I can honestly tell you I do not feel like I'm missing out on anything. I don't care about any trends going on. I don't care. I don't care about anything that's going on Instagram. I don't care what party's going on. I don't care about nothing. If it's important enough for me to know, somebody text me. But if I'm really being honest, ain't nobody texting me. So it ain't nothing going on. I don't care. If it ain't got something to do with my immediate life and what I got going on, my plans or goals, if I don't know about it, I don't know. I don't care. You see what I'm saying? And it feels good. I'm just being honest. It feels good. So I can honestly look at you and tell you guys today that even though I'm missing out on a great networking opportunity as a photographer by not having an Instagram, I'm cool with that. I've given Instagram so much time, and it's okay. I'll be without. It's okay. I'll be fine. If I can't figure it out with just the YouTube and having my own website, then I don't want to figure it out. It's just not meant for me. So, like I said, do I miss anything? No. No, I don't miss anything. What are some of the main benefits? I get my time back. That's obvious. I get my mind back because I'm not just being inundated with ideas that aren't mine or just being brainwashed with junk content mindlessly every single day. So I'm getting my mind back. I can think clear. It's crazy because a lot of this stuff, you just kind of just feel better. It's just a general sense of well-being. Because it's just like Instagram is like such a toxic place. It just feels like it to me. That now I just feel freer in general. Like I'm not thinking about what's going on. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. So it's just crazy. And it's so crazy that they had me hooked for so long that I've been bamboozled, and even as a photographer, it's even crazier because we can kind of get in this cycle of like creating content so we can get the validation when we post. And then like, if we don't get enough validation, we got to try again so we can show people that, it's like a weird, like, roller coaster ride when it don't gotta be like that. Like, artists or photographers, some of these artists, we should just be focused on creating the content in a bubble, I feel like, and then sharing when it's necessary, not feeling like you have to play the algorithm game so you can get more followers, so you can get more likes, so you can get more potential opportunities. And it's like, no, just not here for it anymore. What else? I have more time. Another main benefit, I have more time for higher return activities. To me, a long form video like this, posting this to YouTube, is a much higher return than spending 15, 20 minutes on Instagram per day. Because with this, I feel you actually get to know me at least. Like, for years I was on Instagram and I didn't feel like you knew me because I didn't want to, the way like Instagram is so highly curated, I didn't want to come up there and be like this, you know? I feel like I had to come off perfect. So you never got to see me as an actual human being. Whereas with YouTube, it's more down to earth, and I feel like it's easier for me to just talk. So like, this is a higher return activity, right? I mean, just think about it. Some of the biggest money in content creation land is coming from like podcasters, right? And that's more aligned with what YouTube got going on than what Instagram has going on, right? I even know that you're going to just make more money being a big YouTuber than just a person on Instagram most times. So like, it makes more sense to be where the money resides. I mean, YouTube is the big dogs. I'm just going to, Facebook, they the big dogs too. But YouTube, Google, just to me, I'm just going off what I think I know. You got to look at the stocks and stuff like that to really be able to know. But will I come back to Instagram? And the answer to that question is at least no time soon. I'm not going to say never, because there could be opportunity, there could be change that happens at Instagram. Maybe they could figure out something to make it more pleasing for people like me to be up there. But outside of that, no. There's not a reason. I'd rather spend that time focused on my family, focused on just building up other areas of my life rather than trying to build up a following on Instagram. So I don't think I'll be back, if I'm just being honest. If I get a lot of money and I become like a celebrity or something, I can pay somebody to manage my account, then that's something completely different. But just for me, I'm not trying to come off as better than any of you guys. I just want you guys to just be thinking about this. Like, if it's not Instagram, maybe it's another platform that you're spending too much time on. But you have to be mindful about your time. That's probably the biggest thing. We have to be mindful about our time, y'all. Like, I remember when I was 20, well, not even 20, because I didn't start drinking until I was really about to turn 21. But I remember when I was 21, 22, drinking, having a good time, going out, being a young 20-something-year-old. I never really saw 32. I never saw it like this. I remember when I was in my early 20s thinking I was going to be a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, and I don't even have the habits of a millionaire, especially with being just wasting my time on Instagram. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that because I've already been rambling a lot, but just wanted to leave you guys with that. If you like this video, go ahead and like it. Till next time, till tomorrow, because I'm probably going to drop a video tomorrow. I'll see you soon.